This sprinkler right here in my hand is called the Maple Sprinkler, and it so happens to be a brand new sprinkler that got added in the newest update. In order to obtain this sprinkler, all you do is check out the Fall Festival's gear, and you will see that it is one of the lower things that you can get, and it's of legendary rarity. And this thing increases the growth speed, mutation chances, and fruit size of fall plants. Why is this very good? Well, let's just say it stacks with all the rest of the sprinklers. So what if we could develop a sprinkler method that would literally break the game, aka make this sprinkler infinitely better than like everything else? Now it does say it works only with the fall plants, and luckily enough I have the brand new transcendent fall plant called the maple resin. I already actually have this planted inside of my garden. As you can see, here it is with 2 mutations. All it has is glimmering and fall. If we go ahead, check out how much it's worth just with these 2 mutations, or let's just say I want to sell this, right? It is worth over $1 million, literally only 2 mutations. And in this video, I want to go ahead and experience this maple sprinkler alongside with all of these other maple resins, which I have 6 more of, to see how insanely broken we can make it be. The only thing I ask of you is to subscribe. Please, I would very much appreciate it, okay? I'm literally sick trying to record this video, so I would very much appreciate it if you could subscribe. It'll definitely make me feel better. But for this method to work, we genuinely need all kinds of other sprinklers. And as you can see, none are currently in stock, but luckily I am still in the testing server. And back when the admins could give me stuff, they actually made the mistake of giving me literally hundreds upon hundreds of every other sprinkler. Well, actually, I have 500 of the maple or the master sprinkler, but the other ones and the godlies, I have a few of. So luckily, we have one of kind of everything. Okay, I actually lied. I believe I'm missing a few sprinklers, but I'm going to go ahead and spend the Robux to get them. One of the ones we need is the advanced sprinkler. I think this is going to come into stock pretty soon, but I'm going to go ahead and spend 99 Robux for it anyways. There we go. And then on top of that, we do need the most important one, the Grandmaster Sprinkler. Now, this Maple Sprinkler technically isn't the best sprinkler in the game. It's still going to be the Grandmaster one, but it literally stacks with it, as long as it's still a, fall plant, of course. But luckily, the maple resin is, and it is literally made specifically for this thing, which I think is going to make it even more insane than the Bone Blossom. But what is important isn't so much the size of the plant. As you can see, my maple resin plant itself isn't too big. It's pretty big, but it's not the craziest thing. The thing that actually matters is the resins themselves, the little ritual looking things on the side of them. So what we're going to do is go ahead trowel this thing right here. And I want to go ahead and move this over here kind of to an area by itself. And keep in mind, since I am doing this in the test server, I actually don't have any of the 7 mooncats that I have in the main game. So it's still going to end up being really, really big, but it could be even bigger. And I don't necessarily know if the mooncats would work for this thing. So here we go. What we're going to actually do now is place down every single one of the sprinklers I have. And I kind of have to be a little fast with this, but we're going to go ahead and place down the basic, the master, the godly, the advanced, the grandmaster being the best one, as well as the brand new maple sprinkler. There it is. Also, the maple sprinkler buffs your pets, so if you have mooncats and stuff, it'll definitely help you. But now what I'm gonna do is go ahead, grab my harvest tool, and we're gonna quickly harvest that tree. And as soon as we do that, we're literally either gonna leave the game or use the grow all button. It is up to you. It's kind of preference. I'm using grow all, and oh my goodness, okay, that is massive, bro. What? Dude, look at how big the maple resins are. It's literally covering the entire tree. That's how huge it is. And later on in this video, we're going to take it to an even greater level, doing this with multiple and getting tons of mutations on them. But for now, let's go ahead and get out our magnifying glass, which I do have a lot of, luckily. So I'm going to go ahead and take off this maple resin inside my inventory. And let's check out how much this one is worth. 18 million with no mutations. Although I don't actually have a massive Bone Blossom, just for a reference, this is the biggest one I have. It's not too big. And how much it is worth as a golden is 79. It also has like 3 mutations on it. But a normal bone blossom that I have over here is worth 361k. This is a little bigger than size, or well, it's the normal size, but it has the windstruck mutation. But in comparison to something that is like a normal size of these guys, bro, is there any without this glimmering thing on it? Okay, I don't think I have any without glimmering, but just with glimmering, or well, wet and fall. Wait, that one did not click. Okay, let's try clicking like nope, not that one either. They literally all have glimmering and fall, but as you can see, this one's worth 900k. So they definitely come very close in value. But the reason why I say this is technically better than the bone blossom is because you're able to get this maple resin much easier. There's actually no time limit that stops you from getting the maple resin other than the time that you need to take for this fall tree to bloom, and that you can do with public servers, and you're able to constantly fill it out every 5 minutes. And I mean, if you want to go ahead get this thing, where is it, the maple sprinkler, I believe it's a 1 in 4 chance that it ends up in stock every time you contribute to the full bloom. But as you can see, these fall or maple resins are already getting mutations. It has fall on it now, this one up here. And keep in mind, the one I'm standing on is literally gold. And I feel like this is the biggest I can get it. However, there is one more time that I definitely want to try this out. And keep in mind, the more test subjects I have, the better. So what I'm going to go ahead and do, this might sound weird, but we're going to actually place these maple resin seeds also down here. And I'm not actually too worried about them growing or, well, the size of the maple resin itself. However, I would like to keep one just to test something else in a second too. And this would take a very long time to grow if I don't water it. So what I'm going to do is definitely go ahead and water it. But at the same time, we are going to try something else. And wow, I forgot where I even placed these seeds. I'm going to be honest. Okay, I think this is like all my seeds. So now I can tell where I need to be watering. When I made my update video, I think it was much easier to grow. However, they've probably gone ahead and nerfed it. But to check the value of this golden one before I harvest it, as you can see, it's worth almost 8 billion. It's at 600 million. And it has just the gold variant as well as the fall mutation. This can be worth tremendously more if you have a lot of sprays to hit with it. Like, let's go ahead and add windstruck to it. And then like glimmering and then tranquil. I guess wet. Can I do that? Yep, there we go. Cloud touched and burnt, bro. Look at the value difference all the way up to 5 billion just with a few sprays. And if this guy, like this squirrel, goes and uses his void touch ability, that already adds a multiplier that's like 100x or something. So it would be even more insane. But what we're going to do is just harvest these guys. And I didn't check the value of this one back here, but just in case you're wondering, it's 5 million. But let's go ahead and harvest everything here because we no longer want this stuff and we actually want to just simply grow these trees back here. Now, the idea I originally had was to bring everything inside of this little area and just hit it all with the sprinkler, getting the tree to be big as well as having a variety of chances to have a huge maple resin plant. So what we're going to go ahead and do is clear out our box or toolbox over here. And then let's just go ahead, use the trowel to move everything onto this side. Keep in mind, the stuff that's actually already growing isn't going to change in size, but that is fine because it's more so about the plant or the fruit itself rather than the plant. And luckily, I mean, if you have not already seen the range of the maple sprinkler, it is pretty big. And it's like, I believe the size of like the master sprinkler. So it's going to be very good. And we are literally just troweling everything to the side. I want to keep everything as close as possible. And if you are going to do a method with multiple resins, I highly recommend you're doing the same thing here. But if you even have things such as like pancake stacks, and I don't think I have them, but if you do have the pancake stack cosmetic, definitely use it because it allows you to attract things such as like mooncats, which help you grow even bigger sizes for your fruits all into one place. And that is very useful, especially if you're trying to do this to multiple resins. But here we go. Let's move this one over here. And I believe I have one more after this. Luckily, they don't take too much size. So I do actually really like that. All right, bro. That is all of the maple resins. Now what we're going to do is grab all of our sprinklers again. And I believe I have to go buy more, bro. I forgot. Oh, my God. Wait, what the heck is this false sprinkler, bro? Do I have something that I'm not supposed to have? Yeah, that looks very broken. Yeah, I don't know what I did, but this random pop-up is under the map now, so that is very weird to look at. I'm gonna have to go rejoin the server, bro. Okay, I am back inside the server, and luckily not many things are growing, but like I said, I do have to go buy more sprinklers. Oh, God. Okay, here we go. Let's get the wrench, and let's spend more Robux. Please use StarCode num. I would very, very much appreciate it, but there we go. We had... Oh, there's a godly sprinkler. I mean, that's the only one, like, I literally don't need. I would have appreciated if it was one tier lower, being the advanced or the grandmaster, but it's not, which is perfectly fine. And you only need one of these per thing. So if anybody is trying to tell you that you need more, no, you don't. You only need one sprinkler per tier. But you definitely want to make sure you have all of them. So there is my maple sprinkler, advanced grandmaster, and now we need the godly one. There we go. We have 2 of these, and then as well as the basic one, I believe. Oh, no, I forgot the master sprinkler almost. There we go. That would have been really bad if I forgot it. But the reason why I held on to one more maple resin seed was so that when I grow this thing, hopefully the tree size itself is actually bigger, making the plants better. Keep in mind, the average weight for a maple resin in comparison to a bone blossom is 2 kilograms. A bone blossom is 3 kilograms. But the maple resin is 190k at 2 kilograms, while the bone blossom is 200k average value at 3 kilograms. So if we can get a maple resin to be 3 kilograms, it is going to be 50% more than what a bone blossom is. But here we go. Let's now go ahead and plant all of the sprinklers before I place down my last seed. So here we go. I'm going to place the maple, or the master, the maple, the most important one and the newest one, the basic, and I'm going to go ahead and place down a couple basics around here because, bro, I like the basic range is just so small. And then as well as the advanced. Wait, bro, the advanced range is also so small, and it's not like letting me place it anywhere. Okay, there we go. I got it in a pretty good spot, and then let's just place down another seed somewhere right here. Can I please just get it down, bro? It doesn't really matter where. Okay, there we go. I got it in a good spot, and now we need to go ahead and quickly grow all before my basic sprinklers run out. They run out very fast, so here we go. Let's hit the grow all button, and hopefully now... Wait, oh my god, I forgot something. I'm so dumb. Okay, so this first step was actually supposed to be to harvest all of the things, so I completely forgot to do that, and now we're gonna have to do that. So that means I have to waste more Robux, but luckily I do still have this growing, which is okay. There we go. I don't know how they are popping up right now. It should not be doing that, but look at all of these maple resins, bro. This is a crazy stock of them. Oh my goodness. Okay, I think I've harvested from every single tree, so that means we have to waste another 375 Robux. Here we go. Boom. Grow all just like so. And now, oh, there we go. Okay, we have a lot of the big ones now, bro. Look, and so many of them are like silver and stuff because of like the grandmaster and now the maple sprinkler, since I have so many of them. And the best part is you can always do this without like spending on the grow all button. Literally all you do is leave the game for like 30 minutes after you harvest everything, and then just come back, and there's a chance the plant is gonna be much bigger. But for some reason, this doesn't like work on literally everything. I don't know if like this maple resin seed right here was out of range or something, but the stuff on it are like so small, bro. Oh, we did get a rainbow maple resin down here though. I am very curious to see the value on that, but I genuinely can't really even tell what's the biggest one right now. Now I'm gonna go ahead and sit in the server for a little bit, and I'll be back in a few minutes after we just get some mutations, because I want to go ahead and play some mutations on some of these and see how much they turn out to being worth. Wait, bro, did I just forget the Grandmaster Sprinkler? Yup, I absolutely forgot the Grandmaster Sprinkler. Great. Okay, we have to give this a rerun again, bro. How am I this stupid? I cannot be messing up this much in a video. I am so sorry. But we're going to go ahead and literally harvest everything. I hope this makes a difference, though, because it's going to cost me more Robux. So let's make sure we have harvested every single one of these maple resins. And there we go. I feel like that's all of them. Wait, no, we're missing one more. There we go. Bro, my basic sprinklers are about to run out. Please hurry up before they run out. Let me just click it, bro. There we go. Boom. I have spent the Robux. And oh my god. Okay, yes. That makes a huge difference. Oh my god, I lied. Bro, I completely forgot about the master or the grandmaster sprinkler, and that is literally the most important one out of all of them. Keep in mind, the maple sprinkler is still not as good. It's just better when you have, you know, the grandmaster and all that stuff on, which I almost forgot about. But look at how big this maple resin is. I want to go ahead and try to trowel this giant tree that we have. I don't know which one it's on. Okay, it's not this one. If it's not the one that I think it is, I'm just going to move it to the side. If I can even move it at all, bro. How big is this? Oh, it looks like everything is starting to get the fall mutation, which is okay. I mean, I really wanted to check the base value. Come on. In case you're wondering how much this is worth, and the best part about this is you can grow it to be like the size of the huge bone blossoms. But the only thing is, the maple sprinkler is only going to work on this one and not the bone blossom, because the bone blossom is not a fall plant. And this giant maple resin is worth 240 million base value, which is, yeah, it is definitely about the size of the big bone blossoms value. Okay, I think I've came to the conclusion that I actually can't even move this maple resin. It's just so big. But before I accidentally collect it, like in my last video, I want to go ahead and go over here to the gear shop and get a favorite tool, bro, so I don't accidentally claim this thing. There we go. Now it's not going anywhere. But if you do take a look, you'll notice that this one maple resin is honestly a lot bigger than these other maple resins. And there is a specific reason for this. As you can see, like I said, the average weight for this is 2 kilograms, with the lowest being 1.4. Now, the huge chance, on the other hand, which was what I was focusing on, is actually only 2%. Meaning, in order to get this, you kind of have to actually just prey on RNG when it grows. The sprinklers aren't actually going to help you with that. The sprinklers are going to make stuff big no matter what, but if you want something to be huge like that maple resin, then you're really going to have to prey on your luck. But as you can see, it is now starting to get mutations, bro, and this is already worth 960 million with just one mutation added. I'm going to let it get some stuff, and I'll be back in like 5 minutes. So 3, 2, 1. Okay, so it has been around 15 minutes, and I went ahead and stayed AFK, as well as placing down this swan pet, which if you take a look, it actually has the chance to apply the graceful mutation, which it just did. But the problem is it's not doing it to this big maple resin. But I did go ahead and put the verdant cloud touched as well as the fall mutations on it, and now it is worth well over 2.6 billion. So yeah, as you can tell, it's pretty broken, and if you do have moon cats and stuff like that, bro, it'll definitely help you out. But let me know what you think about this. If you actually enjoyed this video, please hurry up and click this video on the screen right here. I went ahead and handpicked it for you because I really think you're gonna enjoy it. So hurry up and pick it because this video is about to end. Until then, bye. Hurry, pick it. Bye.